Hello. If you're new here, my name is Edith, and I like to read books and yap about them to you guys. Today, though, we are going to yap about books too. In case you can't tell by the fact you can see in frame here, I have things on my bed. I have a vacuum cleaner right here. I am in the middle of cleaning, and this was supposed to be just a quick clean this morning. I haven't even gotten fully ready. I am in the clothes that I did a little yoga workout with this morning. And I just threw on 2 dabs of makeup to look not complete crap for this video, but I wasn't even planning on filming anything today. In fact, I was going to take a week's break from filming because I am way ahead of my video schedule, and also mental health has kind of gone to shit these past 2 days. When I tell you I've been crying these past 2 days, I have. I have also started my period 2 days ago, which means yesterday was day 2 of my period. So I do blame that a little bit. But which is why this morning I've worked out and I have baked for breakfast and I'm cleaning to try and get this to work and smile and be happy again. But today's video is not going to be focused on all of the cleaning, just part of it, which are these babies right here. These are my bookshelves. I have been thinking about how to do a bookshelf tour forever. At first I was like, I'm gonna wait until I get a tripod so I could place you guys a little bit closer to me, because in case you can't tell, you guys are very far away right now. But you guys are only gonna be there for a little bit. Today's video is gonna be a bookshelf tour. It's gonna be me cleaning my bookshelves. It is not gonna be reorganizing my bookshelves, because I'm actually very, very happy with the way my bookshelves are right now. They are dusty. They do get dusty 2 days after I've cleaned them, because it has only been like a week since I last time dusted them off. Last time I didn't take all the books off. That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna take every single book off, dust it down, and then we're gonna put them back up. Maybe I will decide to put something a little bit different. Who knows? And then after I've done that, I'm gonna give you guys a tour of the bookshelf. This video may end up being very short because it's short, or it's not big shelves, and like I said, I'm not doing anything big differently. I don't know what else to say. I am going to start a little time lapse for me to take all of the books down, put them on my bed, and then wipe down the shelves, and then we will see each other afterwards. And I'll show you guys kind of what my ideas are when I put my books on the shelf, even though right now they are the way I really like them to be. I can still show you guys this is the categories and stuff like that. But first off, let's clean these sons of bitches. So, I ended up looking behind them, and it was disgusting. I haven't had them out or anything since I moved in. So now we need to move them back to where they were before. I do I kind of regret that I haven't figured out a new bookshelf, which maybe that's what ends up going different before I finish this video, is I end up getting a completely new bookshelf. First of all, I want more space. I'm the type of person who likes my bookshelves to be just as much books as it is decor, and lately my decor has been squished in wherever there were a little bit of breather between books, and I do not love that. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that yet. I have been looking at bookshelves, but for some reason none of them fit the way these do. These just fits perfectly into my room, but they don't fit perfectly with the books anymore. But I have all the books, in case you couldn't see it, in a pile here. It's a big pile. I always feel like I look at my bookshelf and I'm like, I don't have that many books. And then I take them all out and I'm like, yeah, I do. But like I said, we're gonna move these back and then I'm gonna give them one last like whoop 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 wipe down because I already have wiped them down, and then we're gonna get to figuring out what I want to do with these books. Maybe I do want to do something different. I don't know yet. We're gonna figure that out. I want the books to be like in the same categories, but maybe I want to move them around on the shelves a bit. Like I said, we're gonna figure that out. I'm gonna move these back where they need to be because obviously they can't stand like this. I can't have like one in the back and then one in the front, so we're gonna move these. And then I think as we like figure out where I want the different books to be, I'm gonna try to wipe down the books a bit too because they, for some reason, dust just gathers in my room and it's actually really annoying. But I'm going to wait. But that means that the books are also very dusty, like on like the top of the pages and stuff. And we're gonna try and fix that. And then after I fix my bookshelf, I'm gonna put everything back where it needs to be, make my bed, and vacuum. But I'm not gonna include that in this video because this video is gonna be focused on bookshelves. I'm yapping too much. I also definitely dropped some books onto my floor, or like they weren't stable, so the pile fell. But I think they're okay. So let's just get this done. I'm yapping because I don't want to move these around anymore, but it has to be done. So. Okay, so this is how they normally stand in the corner. Like I said, I'm a little bit tired of it and I don't love it, and a part of me wished I had like a bigger room so I could get just a third one of the same kind of shelves and like have them lined up or anything. I cannot. IKEA does have shelves that like go all the way around, so then they have like an extra shelf here, like in between these, but that one won't fit here, which is a problem with every single bookshelf I've looked at, is that it will not fit more than one, and obviously that won't be an upgrade for me to just buy one. So we are officially getting to the point where I don't really want to do this anymore. And isn't that just so great? Like, don't we just love the feeling of being in the middle of something and then all of a sudden not wanting to do that anymore? Wow. In case you can't tell, this is what I've been like the past couple of days. I'm like, one minute I'm all like, oh yeah, it's great, everything's good, and then the next I want to tear everything apart, throw it around a little bit. We're gonna get started on this. I'm gonna try to put this here. I don't like that because it feels like it's. I'm afraid that it's gonna make noises or something like this. Maybe I should eat breakfast too, but we're not gonna do that. I'm not hungry, so it's not in that way. It's just I should eat breakfast because I've been up for 2 hours. But I want to continue with this for just a little bit longer. The only thing I do agree with still is I have a shelf that is mostly just what I call Danish and like personal books. So I have, this is a tiny little photo album with a Christmas tree on the front. And I always like to put that on the bottom. I do think I'm going to move it because normally it's on the one over here. I think I'm going to move it to the bottom here. So how I do this is I take the books and then I lay them on the shelf that I think I want them to be in. Today it's going to be a little bit easier because I already have an idea of which books I want to place together. So this is why this is going to be such a short video, because I'm like, I know what I want. Maybe I don't. Let's just get going. Maybe we should just go over them together. I can't show you guys all the shelves, especially not with all these books here. but we're gonna get started anyway. Like I said, bottom shelf on this one is gonna be all of my like Danish and personal books. So we have a photo album, we have a songbook that I used when I literally took, I wouldn't say singing lessons, we sat around in a circle and sang songs with other kids. And then How High Do You Think I Love You? Some little children's book with bunnies in them. And then I don't know where the other ones of these are. Oh, they're on the bottom over here. How great, right? How great. So we're just gonna work our way through the different categories. This is a drawing my little brother gave me when he was way younger. I don't remember when, but it's the ninja ones. I don't remember what they are. We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna do something different and put the books with this up here. I do have specific books for that one, which some of them are here. This is what I call my, I have no idea what you guys are, shelf, which I'm talking genre because that is what I try most of the time to get my books split into. So here we have anxious people, normal people. I did not realize that those were right next to each other. The way I used to be, the way I am now. Oh, yeah, another book for the personal Danish shelf, Me. It's literally just, it's a book my dad gave me. It's got a bunch of pictures of me as like a baby and me from when I was born to 2012. And I don't remember what age I was in 2012, but that's what that is. I'm already getting, oh yeah, more for the I don't know what this is shelf. We have a bunch of them right here, which is A Little Life, the book thief, my Kristen Hanna books, the Dictionary of Lost Words. It's like some of them I know which genre they are, like historical fiction and technically romance, but I don't have either. I don't have enough books, or with this, I don't want it to be on my cutesy romance shelf because if you had been with me, it's not a cutesy little romance. So that's why I call it the I don't know what you are, and I don't know where I want you guys to be. I'm back. I made a little bit of breakfast because I thought it might help with my mood because I don't want this to be a video where I'm negative just because I'm not feeling amazing. The entire idea of this is to help me feel amazing. So, I made some breakfast. And we're going to continue going on with this. Alright, sorry. I have one thing now that I know I want, and that is my, what I call my favorites shelf, which I know I want to keep here because I love the way that looked. And, in case you were wondering, on the favorite shelf, we have Kathleen Glasgow's book, The Summer I Turned Pretty, and The Perks of Being a Wallflower. And then we have all of my Emily Henry books, which will also be getting a new edition later in April. And I have the one about their best one-liners, Friends, a little fun guidebook that I usually put up here. Then, last but not least, we have all of my Taylor Jenkins Reid books, which I only have some of them here. Whatever. We have some of those right here. Oh, I found them. Beneath that, I used to have my romance shelf, but I think I want to try and mix it up a little bit, so we're going to put some other books there. We have Leigh Bardugo books. We have my very beautiful A Language of Dragons edition. And then we have my Sarah J. Maas books, which we have Throne of Glass. I'm fully aware that these are not in order right now. We're going to put them in order afterwards. And then, of course, Throne of Glass. And then beneath that, I think we're going to do, again, a shelf I've had before, which is kind of another favorite shelf. I haven't read all of them, which this includes the entirety of Magnolia Parks. And yes, I do own the entire series, and no, I have not read a single one of them yet. And yes, don't worry, I will do a reading vlog once I decide to read them. We're gonna put these here. Along with The Boys of Tommen, right here. And then this is kind of a mixed shelf on some points. We have Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and Onyx Storm. And last but not least, I have Light Lord and Night Bane, which again, I have not read, but they fit in there. Oh, I have even more Le Bardugo books that needs to be up here. And then I think we're going to move my romance shelf over here. And again, I kind of have a way of, I like to have these. Chestnut Springs. Followed by the Rebel Blue Ranch series, which this could end up becoming a problem because I do think I will eventually want to buy more of Elsie Silver's books. I'm in the middle of reading the Rose Hill series on Kindle Unlimited. And then I want to follow that up by another series. So we have the entire Icebreaker thing. And then I think all I have left is some standalones. Oh, actually, let's just find them over here. We have some more romance standalones. We have all my Ali Hazelwood books, Sarah Adams. So with this, I kind of start with series, and then if I have multiple of an author, and then standalones if I only have a single book by an author. I think I've changed my mind. I think I liked it too much before. So we're going to keep these here, and I'm going to move my romance back over here. And then I think I'm going to keep this here, but then move this one over here. Yes. Oh, also, I have more books for my I have no idea what genre this is, which is The Hate You Give, Tell Me I'm an Artist, and Wonder. So let's just put these up there as well. Moving around. I have to remember, oh yeah, last time I had these here and then these one more down. I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to keep these here, but move these over to where I have my romance right now, because that feels like a right decision. I like the idea that like the more colorful books are the ones I can see from my bed, especially now that it's spring. Like in wintertime, I can always change that. See, I ate like 2 bites of food and I'm already enjoying this so much more. Like, I know this is kind of like a chore, but normally I actually really enjoy doing all this. Alright, so I think I'm happy now. So then I think over here I'm gonna do a little bit more of a romance, because I do have more romance. Let me go over the plan. We have 3 more shelves over here, and we're gonna do another, not romance. Did I say romance? I meant fantasy. Another like fantasy and like dystopian books, and then thrillers, and then my classics and like nonfiction on the bottom. And then over here we have, again, the bottom shelf. I'm going to keep that what I intended first, Danish books and like photo albums and stuff like that. And then the last shelf is going to end up being my LGBTQ romance and 2 like other just normal romance series that I don't have room for up here and didn't enjoy enough for them to like push other books down. I think that's the plan. I think that is in fact the plan. We have more. Another photo album, a Danish book I actually really enjoyed. This one, I have no idea if it, I think it's originally another language. I'm not sure. That's not important. I own it in Danish. Also, I am in fact really annoying, and I own We Were Liars and A Family of Liars in Danish, which is why I have not read A Family of Liars yet, because I have a really hard time with the idea of having to read it in Danish. But I'll figure that one out eventually. And then Casey McQueenston. I said I wanted those here. I really like my classics. But I like my, thrillers too much to push those down on the bottom. We're gonna keep it how I said I would. So, you wanna see how many nonfiction books I own? It's more than you'd think, actually. Nonfiction, which these won't be standing all next to each other because I have Everything I Know About Love and I have another Dolly Alderton book. But this is actually a pretty nice pile considering the fact that I would call myself a non-nonfiction. I don't read nonfiction that much, but apparently I do. And then, like I said, with the nonfiction, I have a few books that are by authors I own nonfiction by. I have The Bell Jar and Good Material. And then classics. Again, I'm not a big classics person, and yet I have kind of a pile of them right here. We have Little Women, extremely pretty covers. Jane Eyre, and Pride and Prejudice, and Emma. And then we have 1984 and Animal Farm. And then these boring covers that are always on sale with Virginia Woolf, The Picture of Dorian Gray, and Jack the Ripper. And those are also going to go on the bottom shelf. Then we have more gay romance. We have, actually it's kind of hilarious because we have a bunch of gay romance, and then I have one I actually think is straight. But it's the only other Christmas romance I have other than Make My Wish Come True, which is also LGBTQ. Which is why, for some reason, I've just pushed them into this pile. And then, like I said, with that, I have some series that I did not love enough for them to be pushed into another shelf. We have The Dreamy Billionaire by Lauren Asher and the Twisted series by Anna Wong. I didn't hate these, so don't come for me and be like, oh, how could you hate those? I actually really enjoyed some of them, but they're the type of series where I either really didn't like the books, so I love them. So, some of these I could easily get rid of. I DNF'd Twisted Lies. I do not remember anything about the fine print or terms and condition. I liked the final offer more. I don't remember Twisted Love. I loved Twisted Games and Twisted Hate. I didn't actually need to explain that to you guys. I'm afraid of getting hate for saying that these don't. Honestly, it's not even that. There aren't room with the other romances, so they end up going on the LGBTQ shelf. And honestly, I like my LGBTQ books, so it's not like a diss at all to them. Alright. Last 2 parts. We have my dystopian / fantasy shelf again, Hunger Games, which the new one comes out today. It won't match my other covers, which is annoying, but I didn't want to wait, so I told my mom to just go ahead and order it in a hardback because who cares, honestly? And we have The Ministry of Time, the Red Queen series, which honestly, if I don't get to continue this series soon, I will actually just get rid of them because I read I read Red Queen years ago and enjoyed it, and then it I apparently didn't enjoy it enough to go buy the books myself, so I waited and waited and waited, and then I think it took like 2 years before I got the rest of the series. And then I've been like, I've been thinking if I should reread this. I actually started the second one and DNF'd it 100 and something pages into it, but like soft DNF'd it because I think I was in a slump. So I do want to give it one more chance, but if I do start the second one again and still don't get that far into it before giving up, we're gonna get rid of this. Oh yeah, Divergent. Have not read this. Let me know if you guys want like a reading vlog of it because I do want to read it soon. I don't remember if I put it on my 2024 TBR, 2025 TBR. It was on my 2024 TBR and I didn't read it. So, and then we have The Cruel Prince, which honestly, once again, a series I could kind of get rid of because I don't remember enjoying this series that much. I did finish it, so that's something. And the first Shatter Me book, again, have not read this. Let me know if it's like a. I know people love it, so actually don't let me know if you want me to read it because I know you guys want me to read it. I'm not sure I'm ever going to. Last shelf, we have thriller and horror. I'm yapping a lot. Once I've put these down, I'm just gonna organize them and then we're gonna do a tour of the shelf. We have some of my favorites. I'm not gonna tell you what these are because you're going to see it eventually. I actually have kind of a lot of these and I haven't read that many of them, so maybe in October I'll do like a reading thrillers for a week kind of video, and some of these I have other video ideas for, so they are going to be read. Also, we don't need to talk about the fact that my Dark Vanessa is with my horror and thriller books, because in my brain this is a thriller. Also, this book is dying. Like, the cover is about to be ripped in half and stuff, but it's fine. And that is it. Now I have a bunch of like decorations and I of course have to like put them up. We're gonna do that in a time lapse because I am sick of talking right now. So we're gonna do that and I'm gonna see you guys again once I'm like ready to show you the entire shelf. Okay, so to start, this is my room when you come into it. New bedding, my Kindle, and normally current read and book journal and some stuff like that. And then bookshelves. Let's honestly just take them one at a time. First of all, the very few pieces of Lego and my one and only Funko Pop thing, and then a snack thing. Alright, the favorite shelf. It's like I said, Taylor Jenkins Reid, Emily Henry, Kathleen Glasgow, The Summer I Turned Pretty, Perks of Being a Wallflower, and then I have Save Me an Orange because I didn't know where else to put it. And I am in the middle of reading that one too. Then we have what I like to just call my romance. We have Cowboy Romance, Ice Hockey Romance, Small Town, Allie Hazelwood, and then a few standalones. And again, another kind of favorites. The favorites in this being The Voice of Tommen and Fourth Wing. And then I have not read the Alex Astor books or Magnolia Parks. Beneath that, we then have my LGBTQ romances with a single Christmas book that I didn't know where else to put. Honestly, some of these are my favorite books ever. And then we have these two series. I already explained why they're here. Don't want to go over it again. And then my my personal and Danish shelves, some Danish books, some photo albums, and decorations. Moving over. We have nonfiction books by authors where I own nonfiction, so they needed to stay together. And then classics. Moving up. God, I'm shaking. I'm very sorry. Okay. Thrillers and horror books. We start off with the Holly Jackson books I own, and then we have a few standalones, some series. Honestly, these are mostly color coordinated. Like, we have Holly Jackson's books, and then we have some darker books, red books, white books, and then pink books. And then I think I'm gonna keep calling this just my dystopian shelf, even though some of them are fantasy. We have The Hunger Games, The Ministry of Time, Red Queen. Divergent is the one standing behind the film prop thing, and then Shatter Me and The Crow Prince. Then the Sarah J. Maas books I have not read any of those. The only special edition book I own, which is A Language of Dragons, and all my Leigh Bardugo books. And then to finish this off, we have my, I don't know what I'm gonna call you guys, shelf. So we have a bunch of literary fiction, historical fiction, romance that I don't really like calling romance, coming of age, really just anything and all is up here with some different gifts I've gotten from my little brother over the time. So try to get as much as them in here. Whatever. These are the shelves. So the lighting is going to be shit because I decided to sit on my bed, which means I have a backlit window right behind me. Who cares? This video is going to be terrible anyway, so like I said, I'm not sure if this is going to be posted. I wasn't even supposed to be filming any videos. I was supposed to take a break. I was supposed to put my phone away, which I will do the minute I've done this outro. If you did enjoy it for some reason, if you, I don't know, liked the fact that I was just on here showing you guys what I'm like when I'm having a bad day, time, whatever, comment that. If you're like, yeah, next time you're in a bad mood, maybe just don't film. Comment that down below as well. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget it. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. I think I got it that time. Comment down below anything, any of the things I just said, anything else you have to say. Subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you get notified every single time I post. I try to post once a week, try to do it every Saturday. It switches up. Maybe this video is just going to be a little extra video I'll post. Who knows? And if there are any books on my shelves that I mentioned I haven't read yet and you really want me to read them, comment that down below as well. And don't forget to check out my other socials, which I will have a bunch of them linked down below. Without further ado, thank you so much for putting up with me and watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one.